You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for stopping by today. Exciting day because I'm going to check out another one of my older candy sets. This one's from the year 2000. It is the PJ Swoozles Candy Dot Maker. I kind of like that name, Swoozles. The original candy corner. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know much about PJ Swoozles. It was for ages 7 and up, and it is from the year 2000. Makes over 350 candy dots. I've had this for probably 3 years in my collection of makers and thought, you know, today's the day I'm going to actually use the maker. Here, let me see if I can angle this up a little bit better for you like this so I can take a look at it with you. So here we go. So the picture right here shows this powder in 3 trays. Looks like you're adding a chemical, a dye, a liquid of some sort, don't know yet. And then you've got this little plunger tool that's going to and makes your candy dots. There's everything that's in there. Now, when I found this, it was sealed. So hopefully everything is still very usable. Hopefully the liquids are still good. We will find out. If it's not, then I am in trouble. I have to come up with a new plan. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let's hope everything is intact. Okay, so it goes this way. There we go. So far, so good. I don't see any powders anywhere. Let's check out the liquids. Now, these are the liquids. Now, the box had these really cool bottles. And there's this candy mix, the tray. Maybe I gotta put the stuff in there. Oh, that's the paper. So it just looks like almost like a gel. It feels like a gel candy product. Okay, see the box. I was looking at the box going, they've got these really nice little containers, but they are not in this. Let's see if it's listed. It says Candy Dot Maker, powdered candy mix, assorted food coloring, paper strips, and easy to follow instructions. So it's just food coloring. So here's what we need. A cup of warm water, a teaspoon to measure powdered candy dot mix in water, paper towels to clean up work surface, toothpicks to apply food coloring to mixture. Toothpicks. Very interesting. All right, let's take a look. I have no idea when I start these. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. Usually, well, sometimes they've never been on YouTube. Usually, actually, quite a few of my vintage sets. It'll be the first time anyone has attempted to make stuff with them. Look at all the pieces. Oh, more pieces than I was expecting. Come on, there you go. Okay, this is going to have to go here. It looks like it's going to clip in somehow. Then this looks like it's a plunger. Am I missing something here? Okay, no. So this goes here. Okay. Does this actually... Okay, so it's like a slide in. So it's got to go this way. It slides into those little clips. Let's see. Huh. Does it hang over? No. That's weird. Let me try it again this way. Yeah, I guess it is this way. Okay, there we go. Not thinking straight. Okay, there, that clipped in. Alright. And then this goes in this. And then it shows this with this, I think. This goes on here. And then that goes in there. Okay, that's your little, what looks to be like a little plunger. Then you have nice little lids. Ooh, got nice little lids. And then my little spoon. My spoonie. It's like a spoony scooper. A spooner, we'll call that. And this seems nice and fluffy. Okay, and a little hair. Don't know how that got in the box. It's probably just some packaging. Let's see. Let's get this cut open. just want to take a quick look. If it's just food coloring, then I could use any food coloring. Yeah, it's like a plasticky kind of feel to it. And then let's check out the paper dots. Now the paper dots are in this long sleeve. Let's see. Okay, so it's almost like a wax paper, but unwaxed. An unwaxed paper. All right, you see it all? Let me gather my supplies that I need. The toothpicks, the water, paper towels, and I will come back and we will test it out. Okay, just a little more prep. I have washed everything, so I am gonna just dry a little. Now, I was reading the instructions. I didn't flip over the page and show you that. Quite involved they are. It's basically a trial and error process. It says right there, trial and error. You got to keep adding a little bit of water, 2 drops at a time, believe it or not. Let me grab another paper towel. And I want these nice and dry so that when I put my powder in there. And they don't want you to do all 3 at one time, so they want you to do it in stages. Just do one, get that done, then do another. Oh, let me do this here. These, I think, well, just food coloring. I'm going to put a little of my warm water here and see if I can soften them up a little. Okay, that's there. That's dry. Other than that, I just got to do a little more prep. I have the warm water, okay, toothpicks, and a teaspoon, and I'm going to use a dropper, and I'll tell you why. Because they show you in the picture, it says, use your teaspoon and add only 2 drops of warm water to the powdered mix. Okay, not going to be easy with a teaspoon to do 2 drops, so I thought I'd use a small dropper. And then begin to stir the powder, food coloring, and water together. Continue adding 2 drops of water at a time, then mixing until you have a smooth but thick batter. When you lift the mixing spoon, the batter should begin to slowly drop off the spoon. If it pours off easily, you have added too many drops of water. To correct the mixture, add more powder to thicken the batter. At this point, also check the color of the mixture. If you want a darker color, add 1 more drop of food coloring at a time and mix until you have the color desired. And then they show you, this is not how it's supposed to look. It should be a rounded over candy dot. So let's check out powder. Okay, I feel like that is not doing much, but we'll let it sit a little bit longer. We're still in setup mode. I don't really know what's in this, but let's just give it an initial. Just smells sugary. Okay. So there is my powder. Let's bring this closer. Let's do the orange because the orange is the one that's the softest, but it still doesn't feel. See, you can bend it. And let's check these out. These I wasn't able to bend a little bit. It almost feels syrupy and not probably as soft as it should be. All right, so starting at the top. Open a bag of powdered mix using your teaspoon, not the mixing spoon, this one. So grab a teaspoon. Scoop out a heaping spoonful of powder. Place the spoonful of powder into one of the mixing wells. A heaping, okay? That seems like a heaping to me. All right. Select a packet of food coloring. Let's do the orange. And for whatever reason, it requires a toothpick. Use your cut open the packet, squeeze out a drop of coloring onto a toothpick. So that could mean that it's got to have some consistency to it, because I don't think regular food coloring would remain as a drop. Do you? Let's just see. Okay, that doesn't seem like much. I'm going to go a little bit more than a drop. Okay, let me put a little bit more on there. I've never seen food coloring like this, so it just must be that it's, 19 years old. Okay. Place coloring into the mixing well. It's really sticky. Okay, it doesn't want to come off. It looks like a little bug. Doesn't look like a little bug now with the coloring on it. I mean the powder. Come on, buddy. It's so sticky. My guess is that it's a unique food coloring. Why else would they say it sticks to the... Alright, let me just push it into the side and see if it'll stick. Okay. Whew. Alright. Then, it said with your teaspoon, but using your teaspoon, add 2 drops of warm water. Alright. Let me get 2 drops. Ooh. 1, 2. Okay. Begin to stir the powder and food coloring and water together. Continue adding 2 drops of water until you have a smooth but thick batter. One, 2. It reminds me of powdered sugar or cornstarch. Maybe it's a combination of the two. 1, 2. It's slightly changing in color. 1, 2. I really wish they would make it more precise than this. Put in exactly this much and exactly this much. I can't see why they couldn't have experimented at least to a closer proximity with having guesswork. I don't know, just candy kits to me shouldn't be guesswork. 1, 2. Okay, it's starting to change. It's not changing colors. I think I'm going to heat up the... It's getting close to a batter. Can you see in there? Would you like a better top-down view? Let me do that. Okay, is that better? Definitely pasty now, and the orange is starting to work its way in too. Okay, it's changing colors. Not to say you could add more food coloring if you want to make it darker. Okay. What did it say now? Let me just read this again. When you lift the mixing spoon, the batter should begin to slowly drop off the spoon. Okay, it's not. It's still sticking to the spoon. 2. Let's see. Does it drop off? A little bit. I'm going to go 2 more drops. 1, 2. Ooh, that was a bigger one. That was accidental. Let's see. I think that's it. I still see flecks of the orange in there, but I would say I did get some coloring. Okay, we don't know. It's an experiment. All right, so place some of the batter inside the bottom part of the dispenser, insert the top part of the dispenser, and begin to squeeze dots along the paper strip. Make 3 dots along each row of paper. Okay. Here's my little work area. Looks like this came out. I will say that the overall quality of this kit, the plastic just seems a little chintzy to me. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see. Ooh, it's dripping. Can you see there? I'll give you another angle after this. I get my first 3. I feel like I'm going to squeeze it all out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's what you want. That looks like it's going to work. One. Okay, that didn't really do much. It's all in there. Oh, there's still some in there. There we go. Just need to push. I think it got stuck on some of the coloring. 3. So I got 2 rows. I might see if I can scrape more out of there. I need my little spatula. I need a mini spatula to clear this out. I'm tempted to use my finger, but I'm not going to. Let's see if we can. Here, let me bring you a little bit closer in so you can see the dots. I'll just start a new row. Okay, what would I do different? Well, I'd get a couple more tools. I'd probably, scrape this out just a little bit more. So let me do that. Let me see if one of my little spatulas will fit in there, and then I'll come back. Okay, my spatula did not work too well. A little too big, believe it or not. But I am able to use a regular spoon that's shaped more like what I need. There, see? Alright, I think I can get another, maybe, let's see, a couple rows. I think next time too, I'll mix it a little bit more. Let me try, and I'll try another color after this. Okay. Now, what does it say? The correct amount of water and powder can only be determined by trial and error. If the batter holds together as shown in step 4, and it doesn't spill out of the dispenser before you squeeze it, it did not, as shown in step 5, then your dot should be perfect. If the batter's a little too thick, you'll end up with something that looks like a chocolate chip. A perfect dot will squeeze out into a circle and remain that way. I have a perfect dot. And either way will result in a delicious candy dot. So it's not saying it's a fail, it's just saying it's just a different shape. To make another color candy dot, wash the spoon in both parts of the dispenser. Repeat steps 1 through 5 using another mixing well and different food color. You'll get good results by allowing at least 24 hours hardening time for the candy dots. For best results, allow a longer setting time, 48 hours. It may look solid before this time, but under the hard shell formed in each dot, it will still be soft. Hard or soft? PJ Swoozle's candy dots taste good anytime. All right, let's clean up. Let's do another color, and we'll see how that one turns out. Okay, I'm going to try something different. This is very hot water. It softened it up just a little bit more than it was. So let me do this here. Got this water back here. Let me just put a couple drops in there. I guess I can get my own food coloring, but there's just something about using the stuff that comes with these kits that always intrigues me. Okay, it just hardened up on its own, just in a matter of seconds. Let me see if I could peel it open. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna get my fingers. Oh yeah, look at that. I had a feeling. Let me just see if I can get some of this in the water and mix it there before. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so if you see pink fingers on the next 4 or 5 videos, you know why. Okay, I'm just going to use this as my drops. Does that make sense? So let that one just sit. Number 2. This is funny. This is not going to come off my fingers. Scoop. Heaping scoop. Then put the coloring in. Then, with your mixing spoon, mix up. Put in 2 drops at a time. 1, 2. Well, we know. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I forgot how many I put in, but it surely was a lot more than 2. That looks better already. One, 2. Oh, I like this one. See, a little experimentation. That's in order when you're working with an older kit. And that consistency is pretty good. I almost feel like I'm going to break this little tool they have here. Okay, it sure isn't much. Let's grab my second tool. And I'm going to use the spoon. Well, I'll use theirs to start. See how it comes off, but it doesn't totally drip through? Yeah, see? It's just not the right device for scooping. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my finger. Alright, let me grab the other spoon. You'll see in a second why. See that? Much better. It's just starting to drip out the bottom, but not excessively. Alright. I'll do a little cleanup in a second. So I got a little drip. Ooh. It's a stray. We'll have to start there. 1, 2. I'm working the opposite direction. I want to go from the other way. 3. There's what I want to do. There. Now my row seems to be a little better. Wow, that's such a nice color. Now, I guess I could make them a little smaller. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm making them too big. Let's see if I can scrape a little more. All right, I'm going to come back now. I got a lot more on the yellow. I know, you're probably all saying, double it up. I'm curious to see if this is even going to come off my fingers. Okay, I got a bigger mess this time than I did last time. make them a little smaller. That one's too tiny. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I got 3, 6, 9, that one. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 plus on that other one. All right, cleanup time. Let me come back and let's check out the last color. All right, couple things. Third color is blue. Look at my fingers now. And looking at the box now, very interesting. The first row of blue, they have 15 dots. So I'm thinking that's all you're going to get per batch. But I want to do the blue now, so I'm going to cut off some of this food coloring in there so that I can now mix up the blue. Look how pretty the blue is. And then, you know, I guess it doesn't say you can't double the batch, but I'm not going to double the batch. I'm going to try to get the 15 like the yellow. Now, I think my problem is inconsistency. That's my problem. The red, I got some big ones, I got some small ones. I'm very inconsistent. I'm practicing. That's what I'm doing. Now, it could have been my big scoop, and the first one was bigger than the second one. I don't know. This is now stained, besides my fingers being stained. But here we go. Let's get this out of here. It's a distraction now. Although theirs aren't the exact same size on every single one either. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, so let's start with... Oh, that one really broke up really nice. Let's start with 8 drops. Let me do it this way so you can see the color going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I was going to do it, but then I said, no, I said 8. Stick to it. Okay, that's definitely not enough. 9, 10. Probably because I took a bigger heaping scoopful. I should move this out of the way till I'm ready. Okay. My fingers are going to be stained for a while. Now I can tell, now that I'm a dot expert, that needs a little bit more. Okay, it's close as I feel it. It's not there yet. Let me just see a little bit more. One more. I think I will do the yellow one again. And I'm going to double batch. That's it. That is what I want. Come here, paper. Okay. Come here, tool. Now I take a paper towel and I really scrape the inside of it. I'm just going to go straight to this spoon. You know what? It'd probably be easier just to set it in here. That worked better. I think I can scrape out a little bit more. Okay, you think I'll get 15? Well, guess what? I'm going to do this. I have not tasted it yet, so I don't even know. My instinct is to just taste it off of this I'm going to do it. Nice. They taste exactly like those candy dots. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit coming out, so we're good. Let me give you a much better camera angle. Two, I wish this was flat some way. I'm not sure why they designed it this way, because every time I wash it, there's a bunch in there. Why? All right. I'm going to work this way on the paper so you could see it better. Here we go. Come on, blue. That almost looks like a Hershey Kiss. I was doing so well. Oh, I've lost it. I was doing so good. Can I get the 15? Yes, look at that. That's it. So that one's a little big. That one's a little oddly shaped. It's like a teardrop. And then I was able to, here, let me show you inside now, because this is what I'm cleaning up. And there's enough probably for another candy dot in there. Well, either way, let me clean up one more time. I think I want to remake the yellow so we can get it much better. I'm going to double up just for experimenting fun. And I will come back and do that with you. All right, so I decided off camera to get this one a little bit mixed, the yellow. Out of all of them, this one is probably the closest to what it should be, but it's not. Let's see, maybe I can do this here. It's probably just a little bit off from what it's supposed to originally be. I don't know, that's my guess. Since it's not the year 2000, you don't know for sure. Oh, so now I'm thinking, well, let me do some, I'll do another batch. I've completely cleaned out my trace. Let me do a double batch, and then let me mix the blue and the red. I'll do some drops of each. That one's ready, in case I do want to do another batch. Maybe blue and yellow? I mean, yeah, blue and yellow. All right, so let me just do this. 1, 2, because you're all curious, right? Okay, then let me get some blue. I'll do 4 blue. Well, I'll do, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. And then I'll do some red. More red. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ooh, we're going for it. What do you think's going to happen? Ooh, look at that color. Get a little more blue in there. It's like a deep burgundy. It's a nice quantity though. Let's just see. That's probably pretty close. Let me just mix it a little better. Oh, left hand. I think there was just too much red. Let's see. Yep, I think we're good. All right, tool. Spoon. Scalpel. Oh, look at that now. Well, I should put it in a little tray. Now we're talking. You're probably saying, don't put so much in. And I'm saying, yeah, you're probably right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Let's work left to right. Go this way. What a dark color. Oh, that plopped over. Okay. It starts real good, and then I go too fast. Wait till it totally comes out. Ooh, that's a big one. I should just make one giant dot. This is better production now. I could probably scrape up more, been a little bit more consistent. Ooh, that one just barely made it. Ooh. Nice. Okay. How's that? I'm going to do one more batch. But I have to clean. I'm going to mix a little blue and a little yellow. Hopefully get a better color than that. Never had a burgundy candy before. And then I will come back and do one more batch with you. Okay. Tray number 2. I am going to now scoop another double. Oh, I should have moved those. Hold on. Okay, so that's 2 sheets. Honestly, I was hoping to get a purple there, but I think the dye was so heavy in the red that it was just too much of one. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a couple blue. I got a little carried away there. I'll put 4 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then more yellow. Let's see if that helps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. Okay, I do have green in the bottle now. So let's mix this up. Ooh, see? So one could say that was a total fail. But, you know, I'm experimenting. So, be nice. It is funny, though. Everybody seems to be an expert on these things when I don't think very many people have actually done these. Ooh, that's a nice limey green. I like. Ooh, yes. Nice consistency, too. Speaking from a candy dot expert. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Let's just mix it up a little bit more. That worked out pretty good. It's like a a pea green. Okay. This will be my last one. I think I have pretty much demonstrated that you can really go all out with your candy dot maker, mix and match, and add your own color dyes, because I don't think the dye is anything special. Although, I do feel like the little bottles they had on the cover of the box would have been better than little packets. That's not nice. That's why I always show the box. Scrape. Okay. There we go. That's on there. Just a little bit's coming out of the bottom. Let me set that there, because I want to get the best angle now. Okay, here we go. Extreme dot making close up. Right there. I'm trying not to breathe. Okay, let's move it up. Whew, look at that. Beautiful. I'm going on a slight angle, but I can live with that. Okay, I'm going to give it the full 48 hours like they said. But here's what I'll do. I'll check back tomorrow. Just to say, all right, this is what they look like after 24 hours. I'll probably just push on a few, and then I'll come back. 48. This is it. That was my best placement so far. Got the most candy dots. That's it. All right. Well, let me just bring the camera up real quick. One recap here. So we have this color, which, I don't know, interesting. Like a burgundy color. And then this sheet here is my first attempt. I like these colors the best, actually. My new colors are not as nice as the originals. All right. 24 hours, I will check back in. All right, this is just a quick check-in. Here's what they look like after 24 hours. They're stuck to the sheet pretty good. Now, these got a little flat because I put a piece of plastic bag. I set it off to the side. It fell on top. So let me grab those. And yes, they are soft. And as you can see, my fingers, after 24 hours, still have color on them. So let me just see if I can pull one off completely. They do, but they're very soft. So let me just try one of the soft ones. It's almost like a cake frosting that has set just a little. So I will come back in 48 hours, 24 more hours, and wrap it up and see what they're like after they've set much longer. Okay, I am back. It's been 48 hours plus. Now, you might see another green one missing. That's because I tested another one. It is much better now after it's sat for 2 days. Now, I like this candy. I've had this candy a few times, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on video, I think, with different kinds, some sour ones, some giant ones. I have to check to verify that. So here we go. Now I'm going to let me just keep it here, and let me zoom in, and you can kind of see when I press on one of these what you get. Okay, so it still has a little mushiness to it. Let me just see. Yeah. I'm going to say they're definitely not ready at 2 days, but let me try one of the smaller ones. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, they didn't recommend this. The taste is good, by the way, believe it or not, from 2000. I'm going to put a fan on it tonight. I'm going to let a fan run on them all night and then see if that helps dry them out. They don't say that in the instructions, but I think that would have been a good way to speed up the process. But let me do this. Let me try a purple one. Or maybe the mix on that one was... Okay, it's kind of the same thing. It has a mushy... You don't really get a crunchy bite, but it's still tasty. So let me do this another 24 hours, right? Let me put a fan on them and see what happens. All right, I am back. I have been experimenting now for 4 days. These have been in the fan for 2 days. After the first 2 days, remember, they weren't really that soft. Now, are they definitely harder? Yes. Can I press them in? Some of them, but they are much harder than when I started a few days ago. So let me just grab these two that I destroyed. They have a tiny bit of crispiness to them. Let me grab one of the smallest ones. I don't know if you can hear that. They're not mushy, I'll say that for sure, but they definitely have a dots. They're closer to dots now than they were a few days ago. Are they exactly like dots? No. They don't rip off the paper as you pull them. Are they tasty? Yeah, surprisingly enough, for candy that's been around for the mix itself. I keep eating them because I do enjoy them. I'd say overall, It's a pretty successful little set. I wish on sets like this they would give you the option to use your own ingredients so that you can keep using the set. Now, could I experiment to get this? Probably. I'm sure someone online has made dots. I might just take some of these out. I would say overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Here's the ones I made. Oh, that one didn't come off too good. Let's replace that one. I'll have to eat that one. Now, I wonder if maybe a little less water. You know, they came out to the exact consistency they said they should when they plopped out. I'll zoom into these so you can get a quick look at them. It's still pretty neat for a candy kit, I would say. Having to wait, that's pretty interesting. 24 to 48 hours is what they recommend. But they sure do look like dots. Now, I have done other dots videos, so maybe I'll put those in the description area so you can watch those and see what a real dot is. But other than that, it's still a fun candy kit. Fun for me to experiment with. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me make my candy dots and trying to perfect. Oh, did you see that? Trying to perfect the process. And I'll put a link in the description also to other candy sets that I've done. And thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later!
If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave,
What's up, Butch?
make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.